Jack's family tries to convince him of Diane's loyalty. Recap: The Young and the Restless. Jack Abbott has survived one of the darkest moments of his life, but the physical wounds are only part of the battle. As he lies in his hospital bed recovering, an even bigger question begins to consume him. Has everything that happened destroyed his marriage to Diane forever? Despite everything Diane did to save him, Jack struggles to believe that their relationship can simply return to normal. At the same time, the Newman family faces another wave of confusion, as Victor continues making decisions that leave even his own children questioning his motives. His shocking choice to hand Arabesque over to Phyllis instead of Adam or Victoria sparks frustration, suspicion, and growing tension within the family. Meanwhile, Nikki quietly fights one of the most emotional challenges she has ever faced as she adjusts to life without her eyesight. Today's episode delivers emotional conversations, heartbreaking doubts, and new family conflicts that could reshape several relationships in Genoa City. Let's begin with the Abbott family. Jack remains hospitalized after surviving Patty's deadly attack. Although doctors have stabilized his condition, emotionally he is far from healed. The experience has left him exhausted, vulnerable, and questioning everything around him. Inside his hospital room, Jack is surrounded by the people who love him most. Ashley Abbott has returned home immediately after learning about her brother's condition. Tracy refuses to leave Jack's side, offering emotional support throughout his recovery. Billy is also there, standing beside his brother during one of the most difficult periods of his life. The atmosphere inside the room is emotional, but hopeful. Jack still appears weak, yet everyone around him is grateful that he survived. The conversation quickly shifts toward Diane. Ashley reminds Jack that Diane never abandoned him for a single moment. She risked everything to protect him when Patty's dangerous plan spiraled completely out of control. Tracy agrees. She reminds Jack that Diane nearly lost her own life while trying to save him. According to Tracy, nobody would willingly put themselves in such danger unless they genuinely loved the person they were protecting. Billy also supports Diane. Although Billy and Diane have certainly had disagreements over the years, even he cannot ignore what recently happened. From Billy's perspective, Diane proved her loyalty through actions rather than words. No one forced her to stay. No one demanded that she fight for Jack. She made that decision herself. The Abbott family believes those actions speak louder than anything else. But Jack isn't convinced. Despite hearing every argument from his siblings, something continues bothering him deep inside. He cannot ignore everything that happened before Patty attacked. Too many lies, too many secrets, too many misunderstandings. Jack quietly admits that surviving the attack has changed the way he looks at everything. Almost dying forces people to reevaluate their lives, their relationships, their priorities, their future. Instead of simply celebrating survival, Jack now wonders whether his marriage has already been damaged beyond repair. His silence worries Ashley. Tracy notices the sadness in Jack's eyes. Billy realizes that physical recovery may actually be easier than emotional healing. Before anyone can continue the discussion, another visitor arrives. Kyle enters the hospital room. Standing beside him is Diane. The atmosphere immediately changes. Everyone notices the tension between husband and wife. Diane looks relieved, simply seeing Jack awake. Jack watches Diane quietly without saying a word. Recognizing the moment, Tracy gently suggests that perhaps everyone should leave the room. Ashley agrees. Billy nods. Kyle understands exactly what his aunt means. This conversation belongs only to Jack and Diane. One by one, the Abbott family quietly exits the hospital room, leaving the couple alone for the first time since Jack regained consciousness. Silence fills the room. Diane slowly approaches Jack's bedside. The emotions she has been holding back suddenly become impossible to control. She begins crying. Not dramatic tears, not manipulative tears. Pure relief. She admits she was terrified she would lose Jack forever. Every moment during his surgery felt endless. Every update from the doctors filled her with fear. For a long time, she truly believed she might never hear Jack's voice again. Jack watches Diane carefully. He thanks her for staying. He admits he is grateful she survived as well. But then comes the question Diane feared most. Jack quietly asks whether their marriage is still alive. The words hit Diane like another devastating blow. She immediately insists that she still loves him. She never stopped loving him. Everything she did was because she wanted to protect him. She explains that nothing matters more than rebuilding their future together. Jack listens carefully. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't accuse her, but his uncertainty remains obvious. Near-death experiences have a way of exposing every hidden doubt. Jack now wonders whether trust can truly be rebuilt after everything they experienced. Love alone may no longer be enough. The future of one of Genoa City's strongest marriages suddenly feels uncertain. Elsewhere in Genoa City, another emotionally charged conversation unfolds inside the Genoa City Athletic Club. Victor Newman sits with Victoria while Adam and Nick join them. The discussion quickly centers around one confusing business decision. Why did Victor hand Arabesque over to Phyllis Summers? Neither Adam nor Nick can understand the reasoning. Phyllis has spent years creating chaos for multiple families. She has repeatedly crossed ethical lines. Yet Victor rewarded her with one of the company's most valuable opportunities. Adam directly questions his father. He wants an explanation. Victor remains completely confident. He praises Phyllis for successfully pulling off the acquisition. According to Victor, she accomplished something few others could. He also reminds everyone that Phyllis once helped save Nick's life. In Victor's mind, loyalty deserves recognition. Nick listens quietly. Victoria appears thoughtful. Adam looks frustrated. Although Victor speaks confidently, his explanation raises even more questions. Adam cannot hide his disappointment. For years, he has worked desperately to earn Victor's respect. Again and again, he has proven his business skills. Yet Victor continues placing major opportunities in other people's hands. Adam sarcastically wonders whether Victor even remembers having another son. He refers to himself as the family's black sheep. The comment carries years of emotional baggage. Victor hears the frustration but refuses to change his position. Instead, he suggests everyone should simply trust his larger strategy. But that answer satisfies no one. The growing distance between Victor and Adam becomes impossible to ignore. Business disagreements are slowly becoming personal once again. Meanwhile, another heartbreaking storyline unfolds at the Newman Ranch. Nikki remains at home recovering. Her eyes remain heavily bandaged. Without her vision, even the smallest daily tasks suddenly become overwhelming. The normally confident Nikki struggles to find her phone. She reaches across the nearby table, feeling helpless. Before panic sets in, Laura enters the room. She gently hands Nikki the phone. The simple act carries enormous emotional weight. Nikki thanks her quietly. She admits something she rarely allows others to see. Losing her eyesight has been far more difficult than she expected. She thought she could remain strong. She believed she would quickly adapt. Instead, every ordinary task now reminds her how much independence she has temporarily lost. Laura reassures her that recovery takes time. No one expects Nikki to adjust overnight. She encourages Nikki to remain patient with herself. Although Nikki appreciates the support, the emotional pain remains obvious. This storyline reminds viewers that strength is not always about appearing fearless. Sometimes true strength means admitting vulnerability. Back at the hospital, Jack and Diane continue their emotional conversation. Diane refuses to give up. She understands why Jack has doubts. She understands why trust cannot simply return overnight. But she promises she is willing to fight for their marriage for as long as necessary. Jack appreciates her honesty. He acknowledges that Diane proved her courage during Patty's attack. Without Diane's determination, things might have ended very differently. Still, emotional scars cannot disappear overnight. Jack explains that healing requires patience. Not just physical healing, emotional healing as well. Diane agrees completely. Rather than demanding immediate forgiveness, she asks only for a chance to prove herself, a chance to rebuild what they once shared. The conversation ends without dramatic reconciliation. There are no grand declarations, no passionate embrace, no instant happy ending. Instead, viewers witness something far more realistic. Two people trying to save a marriage after unimaginable trauma. Whether they succeed remains uncertain, but for the first time since Jack's attack, both appear willing to try. As today's episode comes to a close, several major storylines continue building toward even bigger confrontations. Will Jack eventually believe Diane's loyalty completely? Can Diane repair the trust that has been damaged over months of secrets and misunderstandings? Will Victor's mysterious business strategy eventually make sense, or is he creating another family conflict that could permanently divide his children? Can Adam finally earn the respect he has chased for years? And how long will Nikki continue struggling before her eyesight finally returns? The answers to those questions promise even more emotional drama in the episodes ahead. One thing is becoming increasingly clear. The Abbott family remains united around Jack, but unity alone cannot repair broken trust. The Newman family remains powerful, but power cannot erase emotional wounds. Both families now stand at major crossroads. Jack's future with Diane hangs in the balance. Victor's relationship with Adam continues deteriorating. Nikki faces one of the most personal battles of her life. Every storyline is moving toward a defining moment, and if today's emotional episode proved anything, it's that survival is only the beginning. The real challenge begins after the crisis ends. Trust must be rebuilt, families must heal, relationships must be tested, and in Genoa City, those tests are only getting started. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest The Young and the Restless spoilers, recaps, and breaking soap news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next update.